2 people are being tested for the coronavirus in Kern County, a precaution announced moments ago. The sentencing for Leslie Chance, found guilty of murdering her husband, has been postponed. And 17 News is your local election headquarters, getting set for tomorrow's primary. This is 17 News at noon. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Nicole Gitske. 2 local people are currently being tested for the coronavirus. Just minutes ago, the Kern Public Health Department made the announcement in a briefing. 17's Amber Frias is live. Amber, what can you tell us with what's going on so far?
Nicole, the most important information we received here today is confirmation that there is no cases of coronavirus in Kern County. Now, we've all heard over the weekend there was rumors that there could possibly be patients with coronavirus, but it is confirmed there is no one suffering from coronavirus currently. Now, they did mention that they have started testing here in Kern County, and they currently have 2 residents who they are testing. They say they are low risk and are in isolation at a hospital here in Kern County. No information on what hospital that is, and very limited information on these 2 patients. All they said was that they met the criteria for testing. Now, what makes them eligible for the criteria? Things like symptoms that don't resolve on their own. Symptoms like your typical cold and flu symptoms, like a fever, a cough, and then also a source that isn't found for these symptoms. Like if you're experiencing these symptoms and there is no source that is being diagnosed, then you should be tested. And of course, travel history. Now, the Public Health Department wants to remind everyone not to overreact. They say about 80% of cases are typically mild and will resolve. But they do say take precautions, wash your hands, stay home if you're sick. And as far as masks, they say, well, they don't really help the normal healthy person. They're only made for healthcare officials or if you're actually already been diagnosed with the virus. We will have way more information tonight at 5. But for now, I'm live from the Public Health Department. Amber Frias, 17 News.
Thank you, Amber. Well, meanwhile, in Washington, state officials say 3 more people have died from the coronavirus, bringing the total to 5 in the United States so far. The first 2 deaths were reported Friday and Saturday in the Seattle area. Both of those victims were elderly men with underlying health conditions. Health officials say they plan to open isolation centers to contain the spread of the virus. Researchers say the virus may have been circulating for weeks undetected in Washington state. And like we mentioned, there are no cases of the virus in Kern County, but the flu is still running rampant in our community, and it's been deadly. So here are a few reminders on how to stop the spread of germs. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue when immediately thrown it away. Clean and disinfect your computers, phones, desk, or other surfaces. Frequently avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, and wash your hands for 20 seconds. That's about the same time as it is to sing the ABCs, and stay home if you are sick. And in your 17 Court Watch, it's a case we've been following very closely here on TV 17. Leslie Chance was set to be sentenced for this morning for murdering her husband, Todd Chance, in 2013, but her hearing has been postponed until next Wednesday, March 11th. You may remember the former school principal was convicted of deliberately and with premeditation killing her husband in 2013. Farm workers found Todd Chance's body in an almond orchard off Enos Lane and Norgeria Road. Prosecutors argued Chance plotted out the murder and even attended a CSI seminar to learn how to cover up the crime. All because of Todd's flirtation with an ex-girlfriend. Well, Chance was not in court because she's being treated for an undisclosed health issue. Next week, the judge is expected to take up motions by the defense to postpone the sentencing. And in your local election headquarters, a new poll shows Senator Bernie Sanders with a double-digit lead in California today ahead of Super Tuesday. These results indicate the second-time presidential candidate may reinforce his status as the 2020's race Democratic frontrunner. With 1 day left until Election Day, our parent company Nexstar Media Group and Emerson College released a comprehensive poll showing the Vermont senator as California's leading contender for president.
Well, what we see in California is Bernie Sanders with a much larger lead than we expected here. Obviously, this was a state that he lost by about 7 points to Hillary Clinton 4 years ago. And now he's looking for maybe a little revenge against Joe Biden after that South Carolina victory on Saturday. And it looks like he's right around the mid to high 30s, and that would give him a substantial victory on Tuesday. What is changing, and the dynamics have changed, is Tom Steyer and Pete Buttigieg have now left the race. And combined, they were around 7-8% of the vote in California. So it'll be interesting to see if that vote shifts over, and most likely to Joe Biden.
The poll also had voters here in California weigh on the issues most important to them. Chief among them, health care, which Kimball says is helping the Sanders campaign.
What we see in California amongst Democratic voters is what we're kind of seeing around the country, and that is health care. Voters really are concerned about health care, and it's their number one issue. And not only that, but that's what's driving Bernie Sanders' success, because about 40% of them think he's got the best health care policy, and that's what's really helping him in California. So when we ask the question about homeless people and if we should be doing more to take care of them, about 2/3 of Democratic primary voters say yes. And you can see that's where Bernie Sanders is able to talk directly to voters.
The survey also addressed a crisis close to Kern County, homelessness. 77% of those polled are registered Democrats, over 69% of whom reported they are very likely to vote in the coming primary election. Another 22.7% are independent. And early voting took place Saturday here in Kern County ahead of Super Tuesday. Registered voters dropped off their ballots at the Kern County Elections Office on Saturday. Many voters showed up to avoid the long lines expected during voting tomorrow. And just a reminder, tomorrow is your chance to vote. We'll bring you coverage all day long about what's on your ballot and where you can go to vote. Make sure to tune in. And now for a quick look at our weather, let's send things over to Kevin.
And we're looking pretty nice out there, Nicole, and welcome to the noon show. New partner on 17 News at noon. Glad to have you. And you can see here a few clouds still out in the desert regions, but that is about it. And on the west-facing slopes, we did see a little bit of cloud cover out of the Tehachapi area this morning, but that has all come to an end. And we are going to continue to see these sunny skies as we go throughout the next several days, at least until the weekend when we start to see a little bit of a change around the area. Had a little bit of a weather computer issue here. There we go. Now it wants to communicate. We're at 58 degrees currently in Bakersfield under a calm wind. Visibility is great for us. And as we take a look at these temperatures throughout the afternoon, you see we rise into those 60s and then right back into the 40s by midnight. Each day, though, these temperatures will climb back near 80. 45 degrees in Tehachapi right now, a calm wind. Again, we did see a little bit of cloud cover there this morning, and you can see the temperatures upper 40s, maybe a lower 50s this afternoon, and then slipping back into the 30s throughout the evening. I'll have much more on your forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Back over to you.
Thank you for that, Kevin. Well, a huge fire broke out at an abandoned gym in East Bakersfield. Take a look. Firefighters responded to the fire on Niles Street around 7 last night. Firefighters say it took them several hours to contain the flames. Sections of Niles Street were closed off while crews fought the blaze. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. So far, no word on what caused the fire. And another fire broke out in downtown Bakersfield overnight. This one happened at a building on the corner of 8th and 25th Streets just after midnight. It's not clear what started the fire, but we're told it burned for several hours. Well, let's take a look around town. New city manager Christian Clegg has officially joined the city of Bakersfield today. Clegg was selected from a pool of candidates provided by recruiter Roberts Consulting Group Incorporated. Clegg has 14 years of experience working in local government, including 5 years as deputy city manager for the city of Stockton. Clegg says he's excited to serve Bakersfield and is eager to plant roots in the community that his family can now call home. And last week on Wall Street was one of the worst on record, with stocks plunging over the coronavirus fears. Now, could there be a turnaround? Details in your 17 Business Watch still ahead. Plus, the American Heart Association wants you to quit lying. The new social media campaign the agency is launching to tell the truth about vaping. Welcome back. Well, in your 17 Health Watch, a study out of Australia suggests full-fat dairy products may not be as bad for you as once thought. Researchers say they do not increase the risk of obesity or heart disease in children. Current guidelines in the U.S. and several other countries around the world suggest that by age 2, children switch from full-fat milk and dairy products to low-fat. That's to reduce the risk of obesity and heart disease in kids. This new study appears to contradict that idea. A similar study published in December showed similar results. And we are used to seeing the American Heart Association leading the charge when it comes to matter of the heart. But its new campaign may surprise you. It's called #QuitLying. Dr. Frank McGeorge explains that it means and why it's taking on this issue.
#QuitLying. It's the name of the campaign that the Heart Association says highlights the truth about the risks of vaping.
Initially, when vaping first came out, people thought it was a safer alternative to traditional tobacco. And we're here now with new research, new information that's pointing to the fact that it's not a safer alternative. And
Ebony Bagley is the communications director for the American Heart Association in southeastern Michigan. She says their focus is on educating children and their parents.
These products are being marketed to kids. They're being marketed to appeal to a certain age group. You know, these kids were just not aware of the harmful effects. A lot of them thought they were doing something that was safer than cigarette smoking.
In addition to the awareness campaign, the American Heart Association is funding millions of dollars in new research on the effects of nicotine on young people. It's also working to strengthen vaping laws nationwide and bring their message about the risks directly to students.
Our forums, we have not only teachers and students who also are affected by vaping, but we also have physicians as well.
One of those physicians is Dr. Lisa Allensbach, director of the lung transplant program at Henry Ford Hospital.
The e-cigarette industry has been very deceptive in terms of how it's been marketed, how it's not really been implicated as a danger, as really with the dangers that we're seeing. And so nicotine, we know, is a very bad thing for the heart. And that's, one of the main dangers that we're seeing.
We're encouraging young people right now is to visit our website and their parents and educators at quitlying.org to visit that website, and it provides resources for parents, teachers, and educators on the harmful effects of vaping, statistics on vaping, and also ways that you can get your young person in your life to quit.
Well, let's take another look at your forecast now with Kevin.
And a beautiful start to the afternoon, Nicole. And skies are clearing. We still have a few clouds up in the mountains, but that is about it. Looking off to the east. And out near Wasco, we're starting to warm up there. Clear skies and 57 degrees. And then up near Frazier Park this morning, there was snow on the ground. It's starting to melt off now. They're in the 40s, currently 41. And you can see a few clouds out of the Golden Hills area, and they're at 44. Here's a look at other valley temperatures. Upper 50s right now in all locations. And then into the mountains, 40s and 50s. Tehachapi at 45. 57 for Lake Isabella. We've got 50s out in the desert as well. And you can see here on the Kern County satellite, just a little bit of cloud cover near Tehachapi, and that is it. As we take a look at the regional view, still a small craft advisory along the central coast. In terms of any weather, that has pushed now past San Diego and eventually will move to the east, so drying out there as well. We didn't see much with this system that rolled through over the weekend. The only area that really saw any activity was the Frazier Park Pine Mountain Club area, where they did pick up a little bit of snow. Today we're looking at 63 in Sacramento, mid-60s out of Fresno, 74 in Los Angeles, and San Diego will be in the lower 60s with 63. And the beaches also looking very nice this afternoon. Sunny skies out in Morro Bay and 63. The water temperature still holding to about 56 degrees. As we take a look at the big pattern, high pressure is going to build on in here the next several days, and that means another warm-up. We're going to be right near 80 by the mid part of the week. Then that will exit and break down, and that will open the door for another storm that's developing into the Gulf of Alaska. And that storm also does not look impressive right now. Again, the models are back and forth with this, but you can see the time frame will be on Saturday with some of that moisture moving into the north, and we're going to be right on the edge of it as it swings on through and then eventually kind of fizzles on out. There's another system to the west of that, but it looks like that will stay offshore. So how much rain? Well, we need some because we picked up 0 with this last storm for the month of March, so we're down 0.04 of an inch. And for the water year, we're still down 1.5 inches. So here's our latest models. We look at 2 models. Our global forecast model, it wants to bring in about 1/10 of an inch for the Bakersfield area now. This morning, it only wanted to bring in 0.02, about 0.3 up near Fresno. And then our European model wants to bring in right around 1/4 of an inch for Fresno, down into Bakersfield, and 0.19 down in Los Angeles. So again, they're kind of all over the place skies right now, so we're going to have to watch things carefully as we go throughout the next several days. On the national front, we are watching a lot of rain marching to the east. By this afternoon, this will be into the Carolinas. We're seeing some heavy rain into parts of Georgia right now, and you can see temperatures throughout the day. Billings, 38, 40 in Bismarck, Chicago in the upper 40s, and then we've got 60s out of New York City. Here at home, we're looking sunny, 63 in Buttonwillow, Bakersfield, 64 in Delano and McFarland, and then for the mountains in the Kern River Valley. Beautiful day, 48 in Fraser Park, lower 50s for Tehachapi, 60 for Lake Isabella, and out in the desert, sunny skies and 61 in Mojave. Here's your extended forecast, and you can see sunny skies through Wednesday and upper 70s, lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday. A cool down by the weekend, and we put a chance of a shower in there, and we spring forward on Sunday. Take a look at the mountain forecast, sunny through Wednesday with those 60s, and then by the weekend, we will be back into the 50s. And you can see that chance of rain is in there as well, and we spring forward for you as well. All areas are going to lose a little bit of sleep, but we're used to that this time of year. And you can see for the Kern River Valley, we're in the mid-70s Wednesday and Thursday. So looking nice in the short term, but then again, another chance of seeing some rain for the weekend. We'll just see if it all holds together. This one did not over this past weekend.
Well, it looks really pleasant out, so we'll
beautiful.
enjoy it while it lasts, right?
Yep.
Well, yet another streaming service is joining the ranks tied to a major mobile phone network. We'll get you if the sign up for AT&T TV. That's next in your 17 Business Watch right after the break.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Back now in your 17 Business Watch, stocks are surging today to start the trading week after a sharp sell-off last week on the coronavirus fears. Wall Street attempting to pare the losses from the worst week since the financial crisis. Right now, the Dow is at $773 a share. The Nasdaq is at 201 and the S&P 500 is at 70. The Dow, S&P 500 and Nasdaq all fell more than 10% last week, the biggest weekly decline since October 2008. All three are now in what's considered correction territory, down more than 10% from recent highs. Meantime, oil prices, West Texas Intermediate is up at $47.05 a barrel, and Midway Sunset Oil is down at $45.68. Well, AT&T is launching a new online TV service. AT&T TV will have most of the same channels as DirecTV, but it's accessed through the internet instead of a satellite dish. AT&T will send its subscribers an Android streaming TV box to use the service. The free device will also come with Netflix and other streaming apps. AT&T TV starts at $50 with a 2-year contract, and there are add-on fees for things like regional sports packages. Unlike DirecTV, the NFL Sunday ticket is not included. And chances are there's some hidden treasure tucked away somewhere in your home or your wallet, hidden only because you've forgotten about it. Details from NBC's Chris Clackham.
They've become the go-to gift for any occasion, most recently Christmas, but they're the gift most likely to be forgotten.
Collectively, Americans have about $21 billion worth of unused gift cards and other store credits.
A recent Bankrate survey found half of us have lying around gift cards, vouchers, or store credits worth, on average, $167. More if you're a millennial.
Close to $250 worth for each millennial in this study.
Bankrate's Ted Rossman says across the board, these unused bits of treasure are a serious issue.
This is real money. People need to take advantage of this. My number one tip is take inventory of what you have. Put those old gift cards to use.
Use either for yourself or use for regifting. Just don't hang on to them.
Inflation could erode some of that buying power. If a store goes out of business, the gift card could be worthless.
Another reason why the best time to use even the best gift cards is now. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Well, today, Wendy's rolls out its breakfast menu nationwide. We're getting a closer look at what's cooking. Wendy is boasting hand-cracked eggs on every sandwich. It's applewood smoked bacon and twists on fan favorites like the breakfast Baconator, the honey butter chicken biscuit, and a Frosty-inspired drink called a Frosty Chino. Wendy's invested about $20 million to support the U.S. stores in preparation for today's launch. But not to be outdone, McDonald's has declared today National Egg McMuffin Day. McDonald's debuted the first ever quick service restaurant breakfast sandwich back in 1971. And today only McDonald's is offering customers an Egg McMuffin for free. Just download the restaurant's mobile app and redeem the offer between 6 and 10:30 local time, which was this morning. And get ready to mark your calendars. Lots of nonprofit events fast approaching. President of the Kern Dance Alliance will join us to tell us all about what we can expect. Stay with us. Welcome back. Andrea Hansen, president of the Kern Dance Alliance, is in this afternoon to tell us about the nonprofit's upcoming 5th season. Andrea, thank you for coming in. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Hi, Nicole. I'm so happy to tell you all about it. 2020 marks Kern Dance Alliance's 5th anniversary, and we have absolutely curated and crafted a wonderful season for everybody in Kern County.
Oh, that's great. So what kind of events can we prepare for?
Yeah, so we're going to focus mostly on our springtime events. The first thing that we've got going on is our ticket giveaway to Dancing with the Stars at Mechanics Bank Arena on March 31st. Kern Dance Alliance and Mechanics Bank have worked together to give out free tickets. So every Wednesday in the month of March, we're going to be giving away a free pair of tickets to the show. And the grand prize winner at the end of this month includes tickets to go backstage and meet the stars. You can follow Kern Dance Alliance on our Instagram and our Facebook to learn more information, and visit our website. There's plenty of information all about the contest.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
And then what other events are taking place in the spring?
Sure. So one of our favorites that we're really excited about is the Doggy Dance Masterclass, a collaboration with Marley's Mutts. People would never think a dance organization and an animal organization. We're here to prove you wrong. So on April 25th, Sarah Carson and her super colleagues are coming to Kern County to do a doggy dance performance and a master training. If you watch America's Got Talent, Sarah Carson was a runner-up on the 12th season. She's incredible. She tours the world. She's a master trainer. It's a free performance at Tumbler Brewing Company at 10:30 a.m. And then you're able to buy a spot into the master training class where you and your dog get to dance together, learn handstands, pirouettes, all kinds of fun things.
You don't have to tell me twice. I will be there. That sounds like a blast.
Such a blast. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andrea, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. And if you would like to know more about the events upcoming, you can check out our website at kget.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It's pretty rare to have a baby born on Leap Day, but one Brooklyn family welcomed their second so-called leapling on Saturday.
Big brother Omri is going to have to share his Leap Day birthday after little sister Scout showed up at 7:42 a.m. 4 years ago. It was rare enough when baby Omri showed up on February 29, 2016, but now 4 years later, baby sister Scout did it again. Mom Lindsay just celebrated her birthday February 26th and Grandma Irene on February 28th. Big brother Omri is 4 years older than his sister, though technically this Leap Day was his first real birthday. He has big plans to celebrate when Scout comes home. Mom and Dad say they plan to split the birthdays, most years celebrating Omri on February 28th and Scout on March 1st.
Way too confusing as parents, I think.
Too many birthdays.
Yes.
Just one big cake and it's fine.
It's good to go.
Well, thank you for tuning in to 17 News at noon. Thank you for joining us.
17 News, your local news leader, continues 24 hours a day on KGET.com and our 17 News app. In the spirit of the Golden Empire, 17 News.